teach CBSE 10th Maths. Hey guys, this is Tina. I teach CBSE 8 Maths. Check out our videos on the playlist. Alright, now let's get into the video.
Today we are going to be learning Chapter 13 Surface Areas and Volumes, Exercise 13.1 fourth question. Alright, now let's read the question. A cubical block of side 7 cm is surmounted by a hemisphere. What is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? Find the surface area of the solid. So there is a cubical block. Okay. So what is a cubical block? So there is a block which is in cube shape. Okay. So now since here they mentioned cubical block, so that is the cube shaped block. Now let us draw cube. Okay. So I'll just draw it here. So first we are supposed to draw a square. So please learn how to draw the figures, okay? It is really important. Then only you can just solve the question, okay? Okay, so first we are supposed to draw a square, okay? Now upon that, we are supposed to draw another one square, okay? So this is enough, I guess, yeah. Okay, so draw a square, okay? All right. Okay, so now we drew two squares. I guess it is not visible. Now it is visible, right? Okay, so now we are supposed to join it. So join the lines like this. Okay. Okay, so after joining it, now you can see a 3D shaped cube. Am I right? So here you can see the cube. This is the cube. Okay. Alright guys, so since you guys know this is the cube, okay guys, so here you can see a cube, okay. So what is the side of the cube? So the side is 7 cm. Side means this one, okay. So this one, okay. So this is the side of the cube, that is 7 cm. So let me just write it. So I guess it is not visible. 1 second. Yeah, now it is visible, right? Yeah. Now this side it's there, it is 7 centimeter. I am writing it here, okay. Alright, so now since you guys know this is the side of the cube, now let us read the rest of the question. It is surmounted. What is the meaning of surmounted? Surmounted means upon that, okay. So surmounted, side 7 cm is surmounted by a hemisphere, okay. Surmounted means like this, upon, okay. So hemisphere, I'll just draw it here. Hemisphere looks something like this, am I right? Like this shape. It is like in real life examples, you can just take it as a coconut or half of, okay, coconut is the best, coconut shell, okay, not the complete coconut shell, okay. So it is in the shape of coconut shell, am I right? So now since you guys know this hemisphere is surmounted upon a cube, okay. Surmounted means will it be surmounted like this? 1 second. So I'll show you guys. Okay, so surmounted means, so for example, you have a cube right over here, am I right? So since you guys know you have a cube, so upon this cube, the hemisphere is something like this, okay. So surmounted means like this shape. So it is surmounted upon a cube. So this is the meaning, okay. So this is the meaning means like here upon the cube the hemisphere is lying, right? So that is the meaning of surmounted, okay. So here you can see this is a cube. So we are supposed to draw something like this, okay. So what is this one? This is a hemisphere, am I right? According to the question, upon the cube, the hemisphere is surmounted, okay. So we are supposed to draw something like this. So I am just drawing it with red color. Okay, so now it's perfect. Okay, I guess the figure is okay. Alright, so 1 second, I'll just dark it. Then only you can see it, right? Yeah. So now this is the hemisphere, okay. Okay, so this is the hemisphere which is surmounted upon a cube. Okay, so, all right, so the it is surmounted by a hemisphere. What is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? So since you guys know this is a hemisphere has a circle, am I right? So for that circle, what is the diameter? Diameter means this much part. Okay, so half of diameter is radius. Diameter means here full length. Okay, full length is the diameter. So since you guys know this is a hemisphere and this is a cube which is surmounted upon a cube. Okay, surmounted means which is stuck to cube as well as the hemisphere. Okay, so now since it is stuck, no, we are not supposed to remove it like this. Okay, it should be like this only. Okay, if you want to see it, you can just see it. Okay, it should be like this. We are not supposed to take it separately. Why? Because surmounted means attached to it. Okay, alright. So now since you guys know the side is 7 centimeter, now we are supposed to find the surface area of the solid. How to find it? So whether we are supposed to use total surface area or curved surface area. First of all, now I would like to ask you a question. Okay, so there's a question for you guys. So you can just take a paintbrush. You can just think this pen. Okay, so this pen is a random paintbrush. So this is a paintbrush. Okay, so now I would like to ask you guys to paint this whole complete solid. Okay, so how will you paint it? Of course with hands. So you can just paint it here, everywhere. Am I right? So you are able to paint this part. 1 second. Okay, so now like this. Okay, so now if I ask you guys to paint it, how will you paint it? So you'll just paint it here, everywhere. Am I right? Complete cube, and except a single part. So under this now the hemisphere is stuck to this cube, right? So under this there is a thing. Am I right? Under this also there is a portion of a cube, but we won't be able to paint it. Why? Because it is stuck to it. Okay, according to the question, surmounted means it is stuck to it. We are not supposed to remove it like this separately. It is stuck to it, so now we are not supposed to remove it. So just because it is stuck to this cube, we won't be able to paint the top part, but we will be able to paint the sides. Am I right? Why? Because we can see the sides. Am I right? So here also we have the white thing right over here. Am I right? So if you don't just understand, I'll just highlight it. Okay, so here and I'll be able to paint it. Am I right? Why? Because I have space. So this is the back portion. Okay, so I will be able to paint this part and all. Am I right? So here also I'll be able to paint it here and all. Am I right? Here and all I will be able to paint it. Am I right? So since just because I'm able to paint only these 4 edges, so how many edges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 edges. Since I am able to paint only the 4 edges, I won't be able to paint the under one. I mean, which is under this hemisphere. So what to do? Are we supposed to apply total surface area or curved surface area? Just because you guys know I am able to paint here and all. Just only the thing is I am not able to paint the cube which is under, I mean the part of a cube which is under this hemisphere. So what I will do is, so I'll write TSA. Okay, I'm just writing in short here. Afterwards I'll write it completely. Okay, so TSA, so total surface area of cube, plus, so now I'm just taking total surface area of cube, since we are able to paint most of the parts. Here also I'm able to paint here, everywhere. Here also I am able to paint half. Am I right? So just because here we are able to paint half, no, I am going to be writing something else right over here. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, now let us come to hemisphere. Okay, so in this hemisphere, if I ask you guys to paint it, so what are the parts you will paint? So you will paint here, this round ball shape thing. Am I right? You will be able to paint the complete thing. Am I right? Even I would be able to paint only the complete thing. So since I am just painting only the curved part, then I am able. Then I will use curved surface area. Okay, so curved surface area of. Okay, I'll write it here, of hemisphere. I'm just writing hemis. Okay, that is a short form. I'm just writing using it right now. Later on I'll just write it completely. Okay, so now total surface area of cube. Why? Because I am able to paint most of the parts. And curved surface area of hemisphere. Why? Because I am able to paint only this part. Okay, that is a curved part. Okay, so now what I am going to do is, since just because I am able to paint the complete part of this particular cube, I won't be able to paint which is under this hemisphere. Am I right? So that is this part. Am I right? So I won't be able to paint this part. Why? Because the hemisphere is stuck to it. Just because of this, I won't be able to paint the part which is under this hemisphere. But I am able to paint this part. So I'll just mark it with red color. So this part, this part, this part, and this part. Okay, I hope you can see it. So this part, this part, this part, and this part. So totally 4 sides. Okay, I am able to paint the 4 sides, but I am not able to paint which is under this hemisphere. Just because under this hemisphere there is a part which I am not able to paint it. No. So what is that shape of that part? So here when I just take the hemisphere is in round shape. Okay, when we just see the hemisphere like this, so it is in round shape, circle shape. Am I right? So here also, if I just draw it, so here, if I just draw the circle, okay. So here I'm so in this circle only I'm just placing the hemisphere. Okay, so I'm not able to paint this circle since the hemisphere is stuck to it. Okay, so if I'm so since you guys know we are not able to paint it, so what is the shape which, so here the circle is it is in the shape of a circle here. Am I right? So since you guys know here we have a circle. Okay, so I just place the hemisphere upon this cube which is stuck to the cube. So which part I am not able to paint? So which is under this hemisphere. Am I right? So since you guys know under this hemisphere we are not able to paint it, I am going to be writing minus base of hemisphere which is in the shape of circle. Of course it is in the shape of circle. Am I right? So hemisphere, the bottom, so here this part is in the shape of circle. So just because the hemisphere is covered upon the cube like this, no, I am not able to paint that part. Am I right? So it is in the shape of circle. So since in this lesson, no, we are just focusing mostly on figures, shapes and all, no, we are supposed to mention the shape as well. Okay. So now I am going to be applying the formula. So you guys might be wondering, are we supposed to apply a hemisphere formula or circle formula? So base of hemisphere, it is in the shape of circle. Am I right? So just because it is in the shape of circle, I am going to be applying circle formula, that is pi r square. Okay, alright. So now since you guys know how to identify the total surface area. Okay, so total surface area is nothing but, so if you are able to paint the complete figure, no, complete shape, no, then we are supposed to use total surface area. If you are not able to paint the complete figure but you are able to paint only the curved part, so here according to this hemisphere we are able to paint only this part, this curved part. Just because I am able to paint the curved part only, I used curved surface area. Okay, so now you guys might be wondering, in the cube, no, we were able to paint only these 4 sides. We were not able to paint the a part which is under this hemisphere. Okay, so how can I say that I am going to be using total surface area for cube? How means, so since you guys know total surface area means we should paint the whole complete shape. Am I right? So here I am able to paint this part, this part, this part, this part. Am I right? But the only problem is I am not able to paint the base of hemisphere. Am I right? So because the base of hemisphere is stuck to the cube. Okay, just because of that only I just minus. Okay, I just subtracted it. Okay, since we are not able to do it. Okay, that's why I used total surface area. So if you just write total surface area of cube and something is like this which is distracting, like, so you are not able to paint something is under it. Okay, so if you are not able to paint something which is hidden by a figure, then what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to minus that part. So if you want, I will just do it here also. So here this is the shape. I am just doing this part. Okay, I drew something here, right? I am just drawing this part. Okay, so here in this part hemisphere was like this. So hemisphere was something like this. Am I right? So here the only thing we were able to paint is this one. So we were able to paint this one, this one, this one, this one, this one and this one. Okay, so we were not able to paint this circle. So it is circle. Okay, I didn't just draw it properly. Okay, it is circle. Okay, we are not able to paint this circle just because we were not able to paint the circle. No, I just wrote minus base of hemisphere. Okay, so this was something I was trying to explain, guys. Why did I explain this much? Why? Because you should understand it. Okay, you should just visualize it. That's right. Okay, all right. So now, since you guys know this, these are the things we are going to be applying. That is total surface area of cube and curved surface area of hemisphere minus base of hemisphere. That is in the shape of circle. So I'm going to be applying the formula and I'm going to be solving it. Alright guys, so now we are going to be doing the calculations. Okay, so again I'll draw the figure. Okay, why? Because then only you will be able to understand it properly. Okay, so here so I'm supposed to draw a cube. Okay, so I'll just draw it with my hand, but please use pencil. So first let us draw a square, and upon that also we are supposed to draw a square, and then draw the lines. Okay, okay, so now upon this we have a hemisphere. So this is the base of hemisphere, that is in circle shape. Okay, 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 all right. Okay, so this is the figure. Am I right? So since you guys know this is the figure. Okay, so now the side of the figure is 7 centimeter. Okay, so according to the question, they just asked us to find the greatest diameter of the sphere. Am I right? So what is the greatest diameter of the hemisphere? I'm sorry, hemisphere. Okay, so since it is a hemisphere, we are supposed to find the greatest diameter. So first of all, so since here it is 7 centimeter. Okay, since the since the side is 7 centimeter, then what will be the radius? So the radius will be 7/2 centimeter. Am I right? So then the radius will be 7/2 centimeter. So I'll write it here. Okay, radius will be 7/2 centimeter. Okay, okay, then okay, so now since you guys know this will be the radius. Okay, so now we are supposed to find the surface area of the solid. So surface area of the solid. How to find it? Of course you guys know we are supposed to use total surface area of cube. Okay, and then plus curved surface area of hemisphere, since we were able to shade only the curved part, and then minus base of hemisphere. Okay, so base of hemisphere, it was in the shape of circle. Why did I subtract it? Why? Because that part, we were not able to paint it. It was hidden by the hemisphere. Okay, so just because it was hidden, so here the hidden, that word is really important. Okay, so just because it was hidden by a hemisphere, we were not able to paint that part. That's why I just subtracted the base. And the two, here we used total surface area. Why? Because we were able to paint the most of the parts in cube. Okay, okay, just because of that only I just subtracted it. Just because I used total surface area, we should subtract it. Okay, all right. Why? Because we are supposed to find the complete I mean surface area means the complete part of that solid. Solid means this is the whole figure, am I right? Whole shape, that is hemisphere plus cube. Okay, alright. So now what is the total surface area of cube? So the total surface area of cube is 6a square. Okay, plus, and what is the curved surface area of hemisphere? So the curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Okay, so these are the formulas you are supposed to learn. Okay, alright. Now we are supposed to subtract base of hemisphere. Base of hemisphere, it is in the shape of circle. So circle, what is the formula for circle? So the circle's formula is pi r square. Okay, so now we shall substitute the values. So before doing that, here we can do something crazy. Okay, because of that, no, it's really gonna be easy for us to solve this problem. Okay, so first of all, you can you just see pi r square, and here also we have pi r square. So here we have 2 pi r square, am I right? So 2 pi r square we have, and here we have, here nothing is there means 1, am I right? So 1 pi r square. Okay, I am just calculating the total one. Okay, so if I minus 2 minus 1, what is the meaning of 2 minus 1? So when we just subtract 2 and 1, we get 1, am I right? So likewise, if I so here since I have pi r square as the same value, if I just subtract them, I get pi r square. Am I right? I just subtracted the value. So here we have 2 pi r square. So the coefficient we have 2, and here nothing means we can just assume it as 1. So when I just subtract it, I get 1. Am I right? So likewise, we are supposed to, when we just subtract it, no, we get pi r square. Okay, I hope you guys can understand it, because these are the basic things we studied. So yeah, of course. Okay, now we can just substitute the values. Am I right? Yeah, we can just substitute the values. So likewise, we can just do it. So if you don't just understand this, no, why? Because it seems difficult just because we have pi, like those things. Okay, so just the simple thing I would like to say is, here we have 2 pi r square. Okay, but here we have 1 pi r square. So when we just subtract 2 minus 1, we get 1. Likewise, we are supposed to subtract 2 pi r square minus pi r square. Okay, so pi r square means here if nothing is there, we are supposed to assume it as 1. Okay, so that's why we get pi r square as the answer. Okay, so you guys might be wondering, you guys might have not considered this 2, and you might have subtracted like this, then we'll get 0. Of course, no guys, we are supposed to include this 2 as well. Okay, so 2 is also a number, right? So we are supposed to do it like that. Okay, alright. So now when we just subtract it, we get pi r square. Okay, alright. So now we can just substitute the values. So let us substitute the values. Okay, so now let us put this 6 as it is, and a square means, what is a? A is the side. Okay, so here what is the side? So the side is 7 centimeter. So since here it is a square, no, we are supposed to write 7 into 7. Okay, and then plus pi. Pi value is 22 by 7. So let us write 22 by 7. So since you guys know the radius, that is 7 by 2. How? Why? Because we had side as 7, so 7 by 2. Okay, so into 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Why? Why? Because we have r square. R square means 2 times. We are supposed to do 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Okay. Of course, you guys know 2 square means 2 into 2. Likewise, r square means r into r. So what is the value of r? Value of r is 7 by 2. So 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Okay. Alright. So now what we can do? So now first let us multiply them. Okay, so when we just multiply 6 into 7, we get 294. Okay, alright. So now here we have 22 by 7. So we can actually cancel it, am I right? Since we have 7 and 7, so we can cancel it. So I can cancel it like this, and then I can cancel this 2. So and this 22. Why? Because 1 2 is 2, 1 2 is 2, and 1 2 is 2. Okay. So now what are the things we have? So 11 7 2. Okay. All right. So 11 into 7 is 77 by 2. So now of course we are supposed to divide it. 77 divided by 2. Okay, so when we just divide it, we get 294 plus, so when we just divide 77 by 2, we get 38.5. Okay, and then so when we just add them, no, we get, so I guess it is not visible, 1 second. So when we just add them, we get 332.5 centimeter square. Why is it centimeter square? Why? Because we just found the surface area, I mean total surface area of solid. Okay, that's the reason I just wrote centimeter square. If we have volume means we are supposed to write centimeter cube. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so finally we solved fourth question. So if you just understand the question properly, you'll be able to solve it. Okay, so I guess you guys know why did I take minus base of hemisphere. Okay, so we are supposed to mention the shape as well. Why? Because since this chapter is full of shapes, we are supposed to mention the shape. Okay, because of just because we mentioned the shape only, we were able to use that formula, that is pi r square. Why? Because the shape was, base of hemisphere is in the shape of circle. So what is the formula of circle? So the formula of circle is pi r square. Okay, so please do not forget to mention the shape. Okay, whenever you get questions something like similar to this. Okay, so finally we solved the fourth question. So please try to understand this question properly. Why? Because so you might face difficulties like here how we faced it. Am I right? So please focus and concentrate on this particular question, that is fourth question. Okay,
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video, share it to your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any doubt, comment me in the comment section. Catch you in the next video. Bye.